In this video, we will learn how to perform outlier analysis on the same dataset that we already saw. So in this particular dataset, I have introduced two outliers, as you can see them highlighted in yellow. We have a very small store efficiency of 32%, and then we have a large sales revenue, 4,300. So these two outliers have been intentionally introduced into the data, and let's see how KNIME will take care of these outliers. So again, let's read the data file once again. It's the same data set that we had in the previous video. Let's read the data set, and then let's perform that missing value analysis, and let's take care of the duplicate rows. And then I'm going to extend this workflow, and I'm going to place a box plot node here because I want to see if visually I can spot any outliers. So to configure the box plot node, I'm going to press this configure button. And now you can see that store efficiency and sales revenue, the two numeric variables, are already there. Let's look at them one by one. So let's look at store efficiency first, and I'm going to click save and execute. So you can see that low value has been flagged as an outlier. You can see this here. We see that outlier symbol on the box plot. And let's do the same for sales revenue. And you can see that large value of 4,300 has been flagged as an outlier. So a visual inspection of data through box plots indicates that we do have outliers in our data set. Let's go for the treatment of these outliers now. So let's get rid of the box plot node, and now I'm going to extend this workflow and bring in an outlier analysis node, which is the numeric outliers. Okay, let's go to the configuration of this node. Now, if you notice, there are some settings here. First of all, it includes those two numeric variables automatically. Then the treatment is to be applied to all outliers. The outlier interquartile range multiplier will be 1.5. Remember, it is always Q3 plus 1.5 times the IQR and Q1 minus 1.5 times the IQR. So we will keep the multiplier as 1.5. The treatment is going to apply to all outliers. The treatment options. The treatment options are either you replace the outlier values or you remove the outlier rows. So we are not going to remove the outlier rows because that is going to reduce our data set. We are going to replace the outlier rows, and we are now going to look at the replacement strategy. So one of the replacement strategies is that you simply replace the outliers with missing values, and then later on perform one of the missing values analysis techniques on these missing values. Or the second could be you replace them with the closest permitted value. So KNIME will automatically perform some calculations on the data columns, and it is going to figure out the closest permitted values for these outliers, and it is going to replace them with those values. So let's choose this automatic treatment for now and click OK. And when we execute this node, we will see that the node indicator turns green, which means we have some output available. And let's go and click on the table view. And now we can see that those values have been fixed. If you notice, the smaller value has been upscaled to 46.5, and that very large value has been brought down from 4,300 to 4053.7. So this is an automatic treatment which has been applied by KNIME on that particular data set. Now, if I make a box plot, and I will make a box plot by extending this workflow from the numeric outlier row, and this first black arrow which says treated table, I'm going to give that treated table now to the box plot node. Configure the box plot. And now let's look at them one by one. Store efficiency. And now you will not see any outlier. You see that outlier is gone because that has been treated. And likewise for the revenue, there is no outlier now. So the outlier analysis has been performed, and we got rid of the outliers. Let's take this moment to understand another aspect of looking at descriptive statistics for the data. So I'm going to place this statistics view node in my workflow. And when I configure this node, you can see that all my variables are here, and then there are some displayed statistics which I can choose and look at. So let's reset this column, and I'm going to bring in my numeric variables over here, and likewise also reset this, and I'm going to be looking at my variable name. Then let's say I want the minimum value, and I want the maximum value, and I want the mean, and I want the standard deviation, and I also want the skewness. Let's see, these are the statistics that I'm interested in. So when I click save and execute, you can see that for both variables, it has found the min, max, mean, standard deviation, and the skewness of the dataset. So this is one way of looking at the descriptive statistics of your dataset. Okay, now we could add another node, which is the statistics node. And let's open configuration. And you can see the numeric variables have been excluded. We are including the categorical variables, which are store, category, and region. If I just click OK, and then when I press execute and I go to open view, you see it gives me different tabs here. So for the numeric variables, it gives me store efficiency and revenue and some descriptive statistics. It also gives me a histogram here. And for the nominal variables, it simply gives me the histogram for those particular variables. And it says number of missing, so none are missing, so it is 0 for missing. So it gives me simply the histogram for those particular variables. If I go to the last tab, which is top bottom, since I'm not selecting any top or bottom, it is simply giving me a count of each of those categorical variables. So I have 9 stores and 6 supermarkets. I have 7 from the electronics category, 4 for furniture, 4 for clothing, 8 in the west region, 7 in the north region. So it is simply giving me a frequency or the count of each of those categories. So using the statistics node, I can take a look at the summary statistics for the numeric variables and a distribution of my categorical variables. So that is going to be it for this particular video, where we learned how to perform outlier analysis. We also learned how to make a box plot for numeric variables to see if we could visually identify the outliers. And then we looked at some summary statistics and statistics for both numeric and nominal variables.